We are live. What is up, guys? Welcome back in. My name is Mountaineer Paul. You have landed here at another edition of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. What are we here to talk about? Well, we're here to talk about a few things on the docket for today. Neal Brown, obviously getting a lot of attention. Had a few things written about him leading up to the 2024 season. Garrett Greene, ranked via Pro Football Focus, the number one quarterback in the Big 12. And then throwback uniforms. Do you like them? Where do you stand? Would love to know. We're going to talk about all three of those things coming up on this episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. But before we get into that, well, got a pretty big announcement today, by the way, guys. You guys know I've been talking about a website, and thanks to Sean at Magic Shine, this thing it's happening, and I think it's ready to go. There's probably a lot left to be desired on it. As far as we do got to make some fine tuning, but Sean has done an incredible job on this website, guys. He's built it from the ground up. I've helped I wrote the articles, but, Sean has done just one hell of a job building this thing, and it's really user-friendly. And I'm not just saying this. You'll see when we get over there. I'm really proud of it. It's one of the better, if not the best, because we put the time and finances into it to be one of the best WVU websites around. It's called WVinsiders.com. I figured that was a pretty good name. It was hard to find a name with the WV in it, but we finally were able to. And I'm proud of this. So what better way to start off than go to WVinsiders.com and pull up an article from Neal Brown, about Neal Brown, actually. So just give me 1 second while I share the screen with you all. So here is the front page of WVU Insiders. As you can see, the Mountaineer Paul logo right here. Did a really good job getting that fitted in there. So I'm proud of that. And then here's how it kind of works. You've got football, you've got basketball, you've got Mountaineer Paul Talks Football, and you got Hoops in the Hills. So not only can you come here and read your favorite article about something, it'll lead you straight to the video that it's linked to if there is one. Obviously, there won't be every single time. Sometimes there'll be one-offs for videos, no articles. Sometimes there'll be articles, no videos, but you get the hint. So obviously, really, really excited about that. This is an article I wrote last night. So it says, Neal Brown, WVU's head coach ascends to top 50 in CBS Sports rankings. The narrative surrounding WVU head coach Neal Brown has drastically shifted over the past year. Entering the 2023 season, many questioned Brown's future with the Mountaineers, especially after a lackluster 5-7 record in his fourth year. However, a remarkable turnaround has silenced the critics and renewed hope in Morgantown. The Mountaineers began the season with a promising 4-1 start, only to stumble with back-to-back losses to Houston and Oklahoma State. At 4-3, doubts resurfaced among the West Virginia faithful, yet Brown's team displayed resilience, winning 5 of their last 6 games and finishing the season with a 9-4 record. This impressive performance included a 6-3 mark in Big 12 play, marking Brown's first winning conference record at WVU. For the first time since 2018, there is a palpable excitement around the WV football, with fans optimistic about the team's potential to compete in the Big 12 conference title. Recently, CBS acknowledged Brown's achievements by ranking him 42nd among the 68 Power 4 head coaches. This ranking reflects a significant climb, pun intended, for Brown, who improved 17 spots from the previous year. His advancement in the rankings is one of the largest jumps among the coaches evaluated, highlighting the impressive turnaround he orchestrated. Brown now just stands ahead of Kirk Cignetti, Joey McGuire, Rhett Lashley, SMU, Shane Beamer, Billy Napier, And he is ranked just behind Mike Loxley at Maryland, Greg Schiano at Rutgers, PJ Fleck at Minnesota, Narduzzi at, not going to say that name, and Mac Brown at North Carolina. The CBS sports rankings consider various factors, including on-field success, recruiting prowess, player development, and the ability to manage modern college football's complexities, such as the transfer portal and NIL regulations. Brown's rise in the rankings underscores his competency in these areas and his capacity to lead WVU effectively. As the Mountaineers prepare for the 2024 season, the heightened expectations are a testament to Brown's leadership and the solid foundation he has built. With renewed confidence and a talented roster, WVU is poised to make a significant impact in the Big 12 Conference. The challenges ahead are substantial, but with Neal Brown at the helm, the Mountaineers are ready to rise to the occasion. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like the video as always. Appreciate that, Nathan Scott. Like the video, please. Don't forget to subscribe to Mountaineer Paul Talks Football and drop a comment below as always. Let me know what you guys think of this website, man. Like I said, we worked really hard on it to make it user-friendly. WV Insiders. So hopefully a good name. Hopefully something that rolls off the tongue. And something, like I said, really proud of. As far as this coach ranking goes, I'm going to go to CBS now and actually pull up the actual ranking. Let's look at this list, man, and criticize it a little bit anyway, right? Because I don't know, man. I'm just like, let's see. Can we actually find the top 50 head coaches list? I mean, you'd think it would pop right up. Is it going to have the list here? Probably not. Interesting. Well, I guess I could go to cbs.com for that. Sorry, guys. Timothy Green, love the new website. Can't wait to check on it. Let's go Mountaineers. Thank you, Timothy. Michelle Weintraub looks awesome. I'll definitely be adding that to my favorites. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that very much. We need that. Okay. Let's see. I might have. I'm supposed to go to CMS Sports, aren't I? I'm an idiot. All right. Sorry about that, guys. We got a few other things to talk about as well. Garrett Greene, that whole thing, that was a pretty big surprise. So I'm having trouble finding this damn website. So we're just going to X that out there. If somebody else can find the link and post it down in the comments, it's hard when you got to chat. I don't want to just abandon you guys while I'm trying to search for an article. I had it pulled up earlier, and now can't seem to find it anywhere. But some of the rankings on there are just kind of strange, like where some of the guys are. I don't get it, all of them, but, to each their own how they want to do things. But to be honest, I'm surprised Neal jumped up 17 spots, He, not saying he didn't deserve it, but, that's pretty big. I mean, he wins it. He wins big again this year. We get into the Big 12 championship game. Let's say we just go to Dallas. Even that, you got to think he's a top 20, 25 coach at that point. Daryl Yeater, what's up, my dude? What's up? So really interesting with that, though. Let's go back to WestVirginiaInsiders.com while I'm thinking about it. I think I did a Garrett Greene article as well. Yeah, right here. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about, and I know, and I hope you guys don't think this is, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but I'm sharing my own articles as I read them, and I don't want you guys to think I'm like got the big head or anything, but I'm trying to promote it. So plus I work hard on them. So I want you guys to hear them. So let's get over here and talk about this Garrett Greene thing really quick. Now look at this picture. See, there's work to do. There's still work to do, guys. Obviously, still got to fix some things. Greene ranked number 1 over Sanders, Rising, and over Shedeur Sanders and Cam Rising in Pro Football Focus rating. Garrett Greene, WVU's breakout star quarterback. In 2023, Garrett Greene finally got his chance to shine as a starting quarterback for West Virginia University, and he certainly made the most of it. Greene ended the season with remarkable stats, passing for 2,406 yards, 16 touchdowns, with a completion rate of 147 out of 277 and just 4 picks. What truly distinguished Greene was his running ability, a skill that brought a new dynamic to the Mountaineers offense. He ran for 772 yards and scored 13 touchdowns on 120 carries, tying him for 11th place in career rushing touchdowns at WVU with Kerry Marbury and Kennedy McCoy. Additionally, Greene's running season ranks as one of the top 10 all-time for a quarterback in NCAA history. Thanks to his outstanding junior year, Greene is now considered one of the top dual-threat quarterbacks in college football. According to Pro Football Focus, he is the highest-rated returning quarterback in the Big 12. The highest-rated returning quarterback in the Big 12, guys. Conference. Outperforming notable players such as Shedeur Sanders, Cam Rising, and Noah Fifita. Although Pro Football Focus, including Sam Heward, who transferred to Utah, it appears to be an error in place of Rising, most likely. Greene's dual-threat prowess has firmly established him as a key player to watch, raising expectations for his performance in the upcoming season at WVU. So, hope you guys like the new website, though. There's more people piling in. That is the new website just launched, guys, WVUinsiders.com. Please go check it out. All right. West Virginia getting a little bit of love here. The headlines is about time. Make me proud to be a Mountaineer. No doubt, Timothy. And to me, it's kind of like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, are we going to get NCAA violations now? For goodness sake, we've had positive publicity 2 days in a row now. What's going to happen now? So what do you guys think about that, though? Now, keep in mind, Pro Football Focus, if you don't know how, well, I'll just explain it. It's so fun. I don't have to do everything from memory anymore. It really is. Let me screen share with you guys. Are you guys aware of how Pro Football Focus works? It's interesting how, because I don't think everybody knows how they do things. So Pro Football Focus is a football analysis company that grades players and teams based on production rather than traits or measurables. PFF grades each player on every play during a game using a scale of -2 to +2 in 0.5 increments, with 0 being the expected grade. For example, an unpressured pass to an open target that is completed earns a 0 grade. You were supposed to do it, right? It's what you call a routine play, right? While a pass that breaks through a defensive line under pressure is above expectation and likely rewarded with a positive grade. Pro Football Focus then compiles these individual grades into a single 0 to 100 scale for easy comparison. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But basically, at the end of the day, and they give other benefits for like big time throws, different stuff like that. But, so basically what that means, though, is Garrett had enough positive plays, whether that's under duress, big time throws, which he led the country in last year in big time throws deep down the field. That probably really boosted his numbers on the Pro Football Focus. But a 91 grade is it's better than elite in Pro Football Focus terms. And most people, that's their Bible. I do think there are some things that they don't account for, which, I don't want to get into that now. But so I think you have to lose a compilation of different analytics plus your gut feeling on stuff. It's just like you can look at Garrett Greene and think, you can realize, okay, he may be a better college football player than Shedeur Sanders, but there ain't no way in hell you can convince me that he spins it better, that he can throw it better, just pure arm talent. Because Shedeur Sanders is one of the best throwing quarterbacks in college football. People may dislike him, but that's the truth, is he can spin it. So, but does that mean Garrett's worse than him or better? No, I'm not saying that. Just making a counter argument, basically saying like, Pro Football Focus doesn't cover every base, So I think it's great for Garrett. I think he deserves it. I went into last year saying he needed to be benched. I say that all the time. For Nico, I thought Nico, needed a chance, and he proved everybody wrong. A top 10 all-time rushing season, guys. It's incredible. So obviously he's earned every bit of the praise he's getting. And I just hope that he has improved the intermediate aspect of his game, because it needed it badly. And Sean Uphold has gifted 10 people memberships to the channel. So you're going to be, it's possible that, I'm sorry, John. It's possible that you may get a random, a random membership now. So that's pretty badass, guys. Thank you to Sean Uphold for doing that at Magic Shine. Sean, look, he deserves a shout out. We're going to do it one more time. I mean, hopefully it doesn't make anybody mad that I keep going back to this, but I'm pretty proud of this. Sean built this website, guys, and he did one hell of a job. Obviously, he's a little bit more than your average sponsor, and has really just helped me. He wants to see me do good, and I appreciate him for that. But this website, guys, is extremely, extremely user-friendly. You go to it, and everything's laid out right there in front of you. Obviously, this is my stuff that I can use to customize and write articles above here. So you won't see that. Or edit things or whatever. But, basically there's, as of right now we're going to be adding to this. There's 5 things right now, but we're going to be adding to that. We're talking about a forum where, okay, obviously, like if you go to 247 or if you go to Rivals right now, there's these forums and you get on the message boards and you can find out intel, different things like that. But some of them are really nasty, right? And I'm not going to disparage specific ones. But it just out there in the world, right, there are some message boards where you get attacked if you post something. Well, we're not going to allow that to happen. Now, not saying you can't be negative, because I think there is a time to be negative. But if you personally attack people on this message board, you're done. You'll get a warning. And then, you can get, it's going to be like a 3 or 4 strike rule, I think is what we decided on. We'll probably have to fine tune it, but we're not going to allow, I know personally, the first time I went to a message board and posted something, it really got out of hand. People were really going in on me, and it bothered me, man, so I think, different people react to that differently, but, we'll see how it goes. And so we're going to do the forum thing. And there might even be more coming later down the line. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with it yet, but Mountaineer Paul might be getting a lot bigger, guys. So we'll just keep sticking around. We're excited. I have an opportunity that was possibly given to me yesterday. Can't go into detail, but I might have the opportunity to be affiliated with a larger place. So we'll see what happens on that. But worst case scenario, we're going to have this forum and all that stuff that has to do with having one of those. We're excited about it. So Timothy said, if you need me to be a moderator, I'll do that for you. Timothy, I think you would be one of the main ones. Yeah. I mean, you've been here since the beginning. Maybe not since the beginning of my channel, but you have been for several months now, and consistent, man, and that's what we look for. Matthew Watkins, there's a lot of you guys in here that are, though. I mean, Michelle Weintraub's in here all the time. Eater, Abrams, Cunningham. I mean, all you guys are really loyal people, and I appreciate that. If we could just get that Sean Upholt guy to be a little bit more loyal, we'd be all right. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, Nathan Scott. Man, look at speaking of loyal, here's another guy. Thanks to Magic Shine, Sean Uphold. So Sean didn't want to be known to the world, but he is now known to the world. Pokemon Kid Entertainment, you too, man. Yeah, nobody get offended if I didn't say your name. It'd take me 30 minutes to go over every name. I was just making a point. Sean said he had a great talk with a supporter of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football the other day. If you're here, thank you. Made him feel really good. Yeah, somebody called Sean at his place of business and had a really good conversation about Magic Shine and about the channel. So that was extremely nice of whoever that was. All right. So getting back onto I love this logo right here. Sean, you did such a good job putting that there. Let's get over here on X really quick, guys, and look up Ren Baker. Oh, I got to vote on that really quick. It's PS5 all day. All right. Ren Baker. Look at that view, guys, that Ren Baker has. Is it showing it to you guys? Yeah, it is. Look at Ren Baker's view. He's got the best view in the state, doesn't he? I mean, look at that freaking view, man. Golly. I would kill for a view like that. That's literally a $2 or $3 million view. But anyways, here it is. Here's the post. So Nathaniel Shackelford posted, if WVU ever wants to do a wacky football throwback similar to what the Giants just revealed, I hope they do either in 1965 or 73 through 78 with a more metallic gold helmet. And then you have Ren Baker, who is reposting saying, I am a massive, in all caps, fan of that 65 helmet with the baby blue sticker. 2025 through 1965 equals 60 years. So obviously talking about this helmet. It almost looks like WKU there, but like Western Kentucky. But yeah, WVU, I think they could really – could you imagine, guys, baby blue, powder blue, alternate uniform? It would kill. It really would. I mean, Sean, by the way, is our website live? I wasn't sure yet if we made it live yet because I've been showing people. I can't remember if we made it live or not yet. It is live. Okay. So you can go to WV Insiders right now. I do not have it connected to my Google AdSense account yet, but hopefully I'll get some foot traffic on there now that we have articles that up. There's a bunch of articles on there. There's some for basketball that I haven't even done videos on yet. Some updates that you might already know about, but we've been talking to a couple new players. So go check out the website, guys. Let me know how. So what do you guys think about the possibility of some alternate powder blue and gold uniforms, though? I know we have traditionalists in the chat. I'm sure we do. Maybe we don't. But I am not a traditionalist, and here's why. The reason this is cool is because the players like it. That's it. You know, it's not really a personal thing for me. You know, think of the North Carolina style uniform mixed with Notre Dame, right? Because I just think kids would love it. Right. I understand, Shaggy. That's what I'm saying. But I think players will like it. That's the thing. Uniforms are like in the top 5 for some players. It's all about how they look. So just curious. We're not all going to agree on it. Sean said, give us feedback on the site, what you like, dislike, please, and drop it in the comments of this video. So if a few of you guys could go over to What WB Insiders, it's WV Insiders with an S.com. Go over there and let us know what you think about the website. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it somewhere in between? Yeah, those are our helmets from 1965, Nick. What's up, Tyler Cobb? You must be talking to Coos in here somewhere. Maybe some powder blue accents on a one-time uniform. I could see that possibility happening. Yeah, definitely. Not talking about, a full-time thing, but maybe once a year type thing, wear them one game a year. I mean, teams do it all the time, and I think one thing Ren's been good about is he's got with the times and he pushes, because we have a lot of traditionalists in our booster department, especially. So, he's had to push back against certain things, right? So one thing I know we and Coos asked him about was one thing me and Coos asked him about when we had Ren Baker on the show was, what about when we come out, when West Virginia comes out of the tunnel? Something like Oklahoma or South Carolina where the strobe lights go on, something like that. But he said that the traditionalists, and especially among the boosters, he didn't specify this, but we assume basically because some of the boosters are, traditionalists, that it's just probably going to be really tough to make some of that stuff happen. But as you guys can see, we got the black uniforms. We've got a bunch of other stuff. So we've been really lucky on that front. We're lucky to have Ren Baker, guys. I hope you guys know that. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but some people don't, not a lot. I mean, most people love Ren Baker, but there are people that don't like you. Well, you got to think it would have a more modern spin on it, though, Nick. So I don't think it would be exactly like you saw there in the picture. Maybe it would. Maybe that's what they're talking about. But similar to like UCLA kind of look, Oh, okay. So you called me Coos. That's what happened just now? You're right. I'm nothing but a little punk. Come here and call me somebody else's name. I would rather us bring back the 2010 Combat Grays. Yeah, those were decent. I like the name, the combat uniforms, the pro combat uniforms. I wish I'd have bought one, but I didn't. Best college football uniform ever. You just turned to the get off your lawn type old man. I'm not a fan of that at all. Get off my uniforms. Shaggy thinks the new Cole unis are the best we've ever had. Here's why you can sell those too, is because state pride, man. If, I'm a West Virginia fan because, number one, probably my dad instilled it in me at an early age, in my family, it was either going to be Marshall or West Virginia. And in the 90s, a lot of my family went to Marshall because of how much they won. Marshall was tied with Florida as the winningest team in the 1990s. Now, I know a lot of that was 1AA, but they won as many games in the 90s as the Florida Gators did, tied. That's pretty wild to think of. So they won a ton. I mean, there was a while there when they might have lost 3 or 4 games over like a 2-3 year span. So, a lot of people were bandwagoning in West Virginia, Marshall, when West Virginia was kind of about, the mediocres, it's between 6 and 8 wins there a couple of years. So not my family, and I'm proud to say that. We've never been fair weather when it comes to the Mountaineers, that's for sure. But tying that into the coal theme, my uncle literally broke his back in the coal mines. Literally, they had a roof collapse happen, and a boulder landed on his back and broke it. And he is walking with a cane to this day. So I think the coal aspect of that resonates with West Virginia fans. So that's why you get away with it, in my opinion, because it's, to me, gold and blue is our our colors. I get that. But the coal, when you throw the coal into the mix, they're both one and the same in a sense, because it's all the history of West Virginia to me. Because I'm a big proponent of the state of West Virginia, and one of the biggest reasons I'm a fan of West Virginia is because I'm proud to be from West Virginia. And I'll probably die fighting. I'm like, I'm one of them people. I'm always fighting for us because we just have, it's like we have so many negative stigmas about us, and people believe. And my dad had one of the worst country accents you could ever hear. I mean, seriously, it was really bad. But he was also one of the smartest guys I ever knew, graduated valedictorian of his college. So Matthew Watkins says, Ren is the hire of the century in your mind. Wow, that's pretty big praise from Matthew Watkins. Way better than Shane Lyons. Yeah, I do think Shane loved West Virginia. But his compliance background mixed with just, I think he'd been doing it for so long. I don't know this to be sure. Something bit me. But I think, he started to maybe burn out a little bit. It's hard to say. Jenna K got to talk to Ren, and he really cares about the fans. Yeah, he does. Matthew Watkins says WB Sports as a whole is in a good spot, as we haven't been in years. A-hole. Timothy Green. I'm assuming you meant Ren Baker is the savior of this whole organization with what he has already done and what he has in plans for us. I agree. KF, it's an honor to the 60th anniversary of that team. I think it's good to honor the past and to have a special uniform. Yeah, that's incredible. That's a great argument, KF. I'm in your camp. I want to at least see what they look like, Not everybody's going to like them. Most people want to see us stay in the gold and blue, but it's just, not today. There's many combinations as you can have, the better these days. Like it or love it. Hate it, whatever. But the more combinations you have this day, the better it is with recruits. When they come to those visits, like 10 or 15% of their decision is like when they put those pictures out, how cool do they look? That's why I was told one player last year, one of the biggest reasons he picked Houston was because of the uniforms over us. Which, I mean, Houston has beautiful uniforms. They do. It's hard to beat red and white, Ren. Kuz's Irish twin. I don't know what that's about, but that made me laugh. No worries, Tyler. Hey, look, man, Kuz is he's a big part of all this. So I was truly just joking around. I could care less, man. Yeah, I didn't mean that at all. Sorry. I guess I just assumed you got my joke. But yeah, I was kidding, man. I really, I wasn't upset at all, bro. Thank you, though. John Cunningham said the Cole uniforms are awesome. I get being a traditionalist or whatever, but I don't see how you can't like the Cole uniforms. Yeah, Well, that's the thing, though. A traditionalist is just that, John. It's like, why do you think Penn State has never had much any alternate uniforms or none that I can remember? Alabama, because they're all huge traditionalists. You know, how awesome could Alabama be with the color scheme they have? That maroon and white. You could do some really cool stuff with that. What about Penn State? Blue and white. You could crush with blue and white. You know, I mean, you could really do some good stuff. I will say Penn State's all white uniforms are really clean. They really do. I mean, as far as the plain Jane uniforms go, Penn State's really are good. All white joints they got. Oh, yeah, Moss and Pennington had some really good teams. What do you want? My cat just looked over. My cat staring at me directly in the eyes. Come on. Let me say hi to everybody. My cat was staring at me directly in the eyes. Say hi. She's like, let me down. Hello. I'm a cornball. I know. I probably just lost 10 people as soon as I did that. Okay. I'm losing track here a little bit. Timothy, you're not going to believe this, but you also had your back broken in the coal mines as well with a roof fall. Now retired. Wow, man. I didn't know that, Timothy, and I'm sorry that you went through that ordeal, man. Hopefully I didn't bring up any bad memories when I did that, when I talked about that. Always fighting the disrespect, man. Yep, absolutely. Very true. Our politicians don't help our stigmas. That's all I will say as a native West Virginian. I'll be doing my best Chris Farley impersonation. That is correct. I like to call Unis because it's an alternate that isn't gray like every other team has. It's unique. It has history. And we are going to whip Penn State's in them. In the daytime, it seems like. Google the new website, nothing came up. Is that right, Ronald? Did you type in wvinsiders.com with an S? Just this right here. Here, I'll put the hold on one second. All right, try that. Let me know if that works for you, Ron. Yeah. Oh, Google may not know about it yet. Yeah, that's probably true. Didn't think about that. Not bad memories. It is what it is, brother. Okay. Shaggy hat. You have 2 cats and a husky. Yeah. If I had more room, I'm a bachelor, and I live by myself in a 1-bedroom house. I would have a dog, and I live in a subdivision where I'm just around. Listen, I'm not used to it either, but I've got houses on the left and right of me. I hate it, so I couldn't have a dog really. I'm a big believer in, I'm just a big believer in having room for a dog. They got to have room to run around, play, and have their own territory. There is such things as inside dogs. That's one thing. But if you have a dog that needs to be outside half the time, maybe during the day or at night, whichever way you do it, I'm a big believer in giving them their own backyard, their own territory to mark for themselves and to run around in and play in. So if I can't provide that for a dog, to me, I'm not going to bring him into that, because I have a really close family member that has a husky, and he's basically an inside dog, man, and it drives him absolutely crazy, because he's a actually, he's not a he's a I'm sorry, I misspoke. He is a Australian Shepherd. So, and he is, I mean, he is gorgeous. His name's Teddy, and but he's inside a lot, and I hate it because I would never tell them this, because I mean, it's I love them, but I feel like, I just feel like he maybe needs a little bit more space sometimes, but. JK said, Paul, if you Google WB Insiders, it wants to send you to WVU Insiders. Is that right? You hearing that, Sean? Tyler Cobb. Hey, Paul, I know it's still really early, but when you're going to drop an official record prediction or power ranking video, just curious. When fall camp starts, Tyler, so give me till fall camp. I'll do one then. I'm going to start doing some Big 12 teams though. Here, starting actually this weekend. I'm going to start doing Big 12 previews. Will you guys watch that? That's what I worry about. If I do anything but West Virginia, I'm worried it won't get any views, And Nick, Paul, have you seen 24/7 has our class ranked 60th? Why is that? Could you make a video on that? Yeah. At the end of the day, they've always kind of recruited a little bit under the radar on some players. They offer a lot of kids that they think are going to be fits rather than star rankings. And so, are you talking about our 2025 class, Nick? Honestly, I haven't looked into it that much yet. I'm still on 2024 in my brain. Let me look really quick. Okay. So, all right, let's check it out. All right. So, West Virginia 2025 football commits. On Rivals, I see, or this is their Sports 247, 45. Now, let me make sure you meant this year. Thanks, Donald. Appreciate that. I'm glad you liked it. Awesome, Ronald. Yeah, everybody save that link above. Here, I'll put it down one more time. If you can, everybody in here, grab that link I just posted and put it in your favorites. Go to the site really quick, just have a look at it. It made me really happy, guys, just so we can get, so like he said, so Google will actually recognize it, realize it exists. So you were talking about 2024, Nick? I didn't see 60th. Yeah, okay. I saw it says 50th. It depends on which one you're looking at too, though. So you're looking at 247. It says 61. The composite rank, Nick, is 46. So the composite rank is all the sites. Rivals, On3, 247. It seems like it seems to me that 247 has this thing ranked way lower than I expected. Like, let's check it out on 3. So on 3 has it 50th, which still isn't terrific. It's 8th. You know, they got a 3-star average rank, which is about what they're doing. Here's Rivals. So 42nd. So, you know, that's what I thought it was, to be honest. I agree. Penn State, Michigan. Can you ask them to let you know what they think of the embedded videos on the site, mostly to YouTube, like the NCAA game one, and a few of your videos you did on the articles? So what Sean's asking, guys, is can a few of you guys go to WV Insiders, not you, WV Insiders, link is in the chat. Post it one more time, just because it could be too far away by now. So WVinsiders.com and just click on a few of the videos. Give us feedback. You know, let us know if you like the videos being right there connected to my YouTube page, and if they're working okay. That way we can, we can use you guys as kind of our way to troubleshoot this thing. That way, we can get it fixed before it's too late. But hopefully this answers some of your questions, Nick, on that. Yeah, I realized you meant 2024. He said, really, I'm curious what's going on with 24/7. Why are they so low? Stats looks like the best lineman class we've had in years. It's a good question. I don't know. Some websites or some have different cutoff dates. So, for instance, Rivals cutoff date for when they stop entering prospects into the computer is different on a class than maybe 247s is, and 247s is different than Rivals. So I'm going to guess. Don't know this for a fact, but I'm going to say 247s probably stopped adding players. Like, they may not even have Rick Darius Farmer in. He was one of our latest commits, signed at 12/20, right? Actually, he is our latest commit. So my guess is maybe these last 3 guys, which is Dominic Tollins, which is only a 2, Travion Dunbar, and Rick Darius Farmer, probably may not be in their system. And that would most definitely – Rick Darius Farmer, obviously, in my opinion, he's got a chance to be the best recruit in this class. But obviously, far and away, my pick, if you're going to have me give a pick, it's quite easy for me. And it is – let me find him. Where is he? Kyle Altuner. Where are you at, Kyle? Do they even have Kyle Altuner on here? Am I overlooking this? Travion Dunbar, Dominic Tollins, Lucas Austin, Keon Washington, Nate. There he is. I guess I just kept overlooking it. He has had a 4-star added to his name, by the way. But, Kyle Altuner is going to be – not only is he going to be the best player in this class, I'm predicting that. I think he'll push for a starting job this year on the offensive line. If anybody steps out of line for just a second, this guy's going to take their job. He is ready to play right now. He plays at Good Counsel in Maryland, which is a powerhouse program. He brought one of his buddies with him, which I'm excited about for next year. But Kyle is a wrestler, much like Zach Frazier was. He and Zach have actually gotten to know each other a little bit, and I've gotten to know Kyle and his dad really well. Well, not really well. I've had Kyle on the show. I've had to talk to his dad a lot. And his dad, let me see if I can show you guys something on here. on Kyle here. Let's see. Tony Alterner. Okay, so this is his dad, right? I don't know how far back I'll have to go. He doesn't post a lot, so should be there. There's a picture of Alterner, just not even a month or two ago. Kid's a stud, man. He is a stud, but let's see. Okay. This is a list of players. This is one of my favorite things ever, to be honest. So these are the list of 4- and 5-star players that whenever he was at Good Counsel, Kyle Alterner played against these guys and pancaked every single one of them. And somebody on Rivals did a comp list. Not one of these guys. I mean, there's Florida, there's Florida State, there's Miami, there's Georgia on this list. These are all 4- and 5-star players. And Kyle Alterner, not only did he dominated every one of them. Derek Moore at St. Francis, Danny Sutton at McDonough, Jason Moore and Emmett Laws at DeMatha, David Ojegibi, I don't know how you say that, at St. John's, Dylan Stewart at Friendship, Logan Thomas at St. Edwards, Dontre Robinson at Jones, and Daniel Holmes at Gonzaga. And, you know, I went and watched the tape on all these. Kyle, there's no reason he shouldn't be a five-star player, in my opinion. I know I'm a homer on this, but Kyle Alterner is truly one of my favorite players we've ever had come out. And if you don't know about him, for whatever reason, if you don't follow recruiting, this kid right here is going to be the next great center at West Virginia. It's a lot of pressure to throw on him. I get it. But I'm that big of a believer in him. I've been saying it for months. Here's him dunking the ball. I mean, he's only 6'4", 6'5", 300 something pounds. You know, it's a freak athlete right there, guys. Looking for some tape on him, but I don't know. Here's some on him, just getting off the ball. Let's see. I don't know if he posted anything from actual football or not, but then he's got some impressive stuff. There's a video I did on him, by the way. If you ever want to see it, WU's freshman phenom, that is on this channel. Okay. He was also he dominated the All-American. After dominating at the Under Armour All-American game, Kyle Alterner is now part of the top 247 and holds a 4-star rating from 247 Sports. See, that's not even updated, guys. That's what I'm saying. He earned a 4-star. You know how hard that is to do? It doesn't happen all the time. Look at that. No sacks allowed. Handled those 4- and 5-star linemen in Orlando. Wait till you see him dominate in college. This is from Andrew Irvin's, the director, guys, of 247. This says it all right here. Fundamentally sound offensive line prospect that plays with a mean streak. Spent much of his senior season working at left and right tackle, but projects as an interior lineman at the next level. Actually played some center at the Under Armour All-American game. Doesn't carry much, if any, bad weight, and is entering college somewhere in the ballpark of 6'3", 290. Quick-footed and rather agile mover that can pull and get to the second level. Finishes with authority and loves to drive his assignments into the ground. Seals better than most his age, and he flips his hips to gain leverage. Should be viewed as a potential multi-year starter at the Power 5 level, and one that can see the field relatively early given how advanced he is from a technical standpoint. NFL upside if he can keep progressing. So, like I said, guys, Kyle Alterner is going to be a generational type player. Now, these don't always pan out, but I believe he will. He's got the work ethic and the mindset. I had him on my show, asked him, I said, hey, we're losing one out the door, the all-time great centers, just as you come in. Can you measure up to a Zach Frazier? And you know what he said? I'm going to be the best Tony Alterner I can be. You don't even have Zach Frazier in his mind. just an incredibly mature. He's a very mature kid. He's going to be great. I'm excited about it. Rant over. This is what you guys come here, right? This is why you come. I do believe you're right, Penn State. Awesome. Glad you like it. W football going deep says if Altoona had come in spring, he might have pushed for a starting spot. But I think we have been too many guys ahead of him with enough experience to hold him off. Might break the too deep, might not. I think he'll slot in at backup at center. I really do. I think he'll back up Brandon Yates. I truly do. And like I said, going deep, if anybody ahead of him slips up, gets hurt, whatever you want to call it, I could see a scenario where he may slide in at guard and Wade Hubbard has to slide out at right tackle if something happens over there to Malone. There's a lot of different ways it can land, but I'm not expecting him 100% to play this year. But if he did, he'd be one of the one guys that could pull it off, like Zach did. Yeah, and he dominated him, man. He truly did. Go watch the tape. I mean, look, this is the director of 247 saying this stuff about him. I mean, he just somehow got overlooked just a little bit. Now, Altoona had everybody in the country. He could have went to Alabama. He could have went anywhere he wanted. But he didn't get that 4-star until after the recruiting season was over. He had to go to the Under Armour All-American camp and dominate it there for them to recognize him for some reason, because at good counsel, he's just around too many other good players. All right, guys. If we don't have any super chats, anything like that, I think we're going to cut this one off here at about 57 minutes. Appreciate you guys for going and checking out WBsports.com. WBinsiders.com. Really excited about the website. Thank you, those of you that went and checked it out. We'll get everything set up so we can have a forum on there. We'll hopefully build a nice community. Really excited about this. Me and Sean will talk about moderators. Those of you that want to be moderators, I know Timothy Green does. Anybody else that may want to be a moderator, just give me a thumbs up in the comments, either right now or after the fact if you're watching this video. Thank you to Magic Shine for all they do as a sponsor. Incredible job by Sean as always. And here comes Ronald Wells. $10 super chat. Thanks, my dude. Very much appreciated. You didn't post a comment. I'm assuming you're supporting the channel. So that's always appreciated, man. I really do appreciate it. I'll answer this before we go. Will we be using a 2-quarterback system this upcoming year, meaning both getting significant playing time? You know what they say, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. No, it's Garrett's team, Chaz. There will be packages put in for Nico. The best way I can put it is think Tim Tebow and Chris Leak. Chris Leak was the obvious guy the year they won the national championship. But Tim Tebow came in on the goal line, right? Different situations. I think Nico is going to get some stuff like that, except he'll actually throw the ball. Don't be surprised if they've got a trick play or two, I've been told. So there's that as well. Matthew Watkins says, websites look good, looks easy to use. Forms I love, and merch in the works for me. Works has me fired up for your future. Let's go, Paul. Let's go, Mountaineers. Matthew, that means a lot, man. I'm glad you're excited. something you guys, if you follow the channel for a while, something I say all the time is watch the tape, right? Thinking about getting some watch the tape shirts or hats made, something with the Mountaineer Paul logo, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the guy that made these logos, this one here, did a heck of a job on the Mountaineer Paul with the coonskin hat. And that's just such a good logo. I'm really proud of it. So that'll look cool on merch, though. You know what I'm saying? And it's got it's going to be West Virginia colors, and it's going to have coonskin hat. So it's like you're not just supporting me, really. Pokemon Kid Entertainment says you're my favorite show, Gold Blue Dude. And Gold Blue Dude got to watch your show. Yeah, Miss Gold Blue Dude, I'm assuming you saw me on his show. Is that what it is, Pokemon? Is that how you found me? Or I used to go on Gold Blue Dude. I was lucky enough to know him for about a year before he passed so young. It's, what a crazy situation, Unbelievable how that happened. He was already weak anyways. He didn't let on, but he was already kind of sick anyway. And then he had that septic. Something's happened. He went septic. I can't remember. He had an infection or something. But just all them kids. And then what's really bothers me the most is nothing's happening with that channel, really. Is there? Is anybody even uploading on there? That's something I wonder if they'd sell that channel, so somebody could actually do something with it. It might be worth looking into. That's 13,000 subscribers over there that now, obviously, they may not want to do anything with me at all, the subscribers that are there, but I don't know. I'm probably it can't hurt to ask. Exactly, Sean. Somebody said something there. I like what Matthew Watkins. Mountaineer Paul logo, blue shirt, gold logo, and the opposite. They'd be all over that. Okay, man. Well, we'll get that done. And, Sean has the ability to do all kinds of stuff. Now, I'm not going to speak for him. He hadn't told me he would do this. But it just gave me an idea because he's got the Stanley mugs and stuff. Mugs, just different things like that. I don't know what the most popular items exactly are. Like if you look into the merch sales just around the country on sports, like what sells the most, but I'm assuming shirts, probably hats, but we'll look into it. And then obviously the forum too, we'll make a community out of it, guys. We will. His brother uploads very occasionally. Yeah, see, but it's like going from 100 miles an hour to 20 miles an hour. I'm not trying to talk bad about the guy. It's just he'd probably be good if he had his own show, but he's not what Gold Blue Dude was. Nobody can be. Nobody can do what that guy did. He stood up and paced around and ranted for an hour at a time. Nobody can do that, His energy level is just hard to match. And just he was so smart, good-hearted, and he was a really good businessman with the helmets and all that stuff he had going on. His dad's very or his brother's very low energy kind of guy, so yeah, you got a laser machine. Yeah, that's it. So I had to check in on that. Maybe we can make something happen out of that. Never know. Never hurts to try. But really hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Appreciate the turnout as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, as you leave. And then if you can, share WV Insiders out. Here's the link one more time. Just going to post it one last little time. If you can, copy and paste this little link right here and just share it over on your X pages or Facebook pages and just kind of say, hey, here's a new West Virginia website around. Can you check it out? And it would mean a lot, guys. The only way I can grow it's through word of mouth using you guys and stuff. So if you can do that, it'd mean a lot. What's up, Joey Foster? Good to see you, my brother. Check out the website, man. Hope you like it. Good to see you again. Hey, Joey, you know what? There's the guy that deserved that show. Just going to put it all the way out there. Joey, you're the one that deserved to take that show over. I mean, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but Joey, if anybody should have been able to take that show over for good, it should have been you. That's all I'll say. Thank you, Michelle. Means a lot. Silas, you're late. Nathan, you be a moderator? Okay. Yeah, we're babies. We get it. Glad you like it, Joey. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. It's an hour in. I need to eat some dinner before it's too late. We'll do something on basketball tomorrow. There's just not a whole lot going on news-wise. I wanted to today, but unfortunately, not much going on, So we'll figure something out on it, though, even if we got to talk about, get on there and just talk about what's not going on. I mean, I've heard a couple little things, but I think the coaches need just a little break. I know you did, man. I know you did. Chaz wants to know, personal opinion, head coaches calling plays for either offense or defense. Or am I of the mind they just need to oversee it or to call plays? It's a good question, Chaz. I think last year Neal Brown was the head coach. He called the plays. Chad Scott didn't call the plays last year. He didn't. He controlled he controlled basically who got to play on offense as far as the lineups, as far as I know. Or he had a big say. But as far as calling plays, I don't think he did much. So Neal Brown called the plays last year, and we led the nation in rushing. So I think Neal Brown proved it can be done last year. And we really didn't lose anywhere else, like on time management wasn't as bad last year as it had been in previous years. So I do think it can be done. It's a good question. Okay, Pokemon, glad you can be a moderator. Russell, I'm glad you like the page, man. That means a ton. Really glad. You control play calling, but I would like to see Chad Scott have more influence. He's done a great job with the running back group. Chad Scott's our most important assistant, guys. It's, what he does with developing running back talent and just the morale of the team, it really can't be understated. He's extremely important to our team. All right, guys, I'm going to end this video. Thanks to Magic Shine. Thanks to all you guys. Keep coming back. Works if you work it. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. Good night. This episode is over. I'm out.